On this edition of Shelby This Week, the Township has a confirmed list of the 2018 top 10 priorities. We'll tell you about the new items that made the list and when residents can expect the ideas to develop. And Shepard Park will be getting a new addition. Find out what's officially a go and when you can expect the new structure. And after it's been almost a year since the Fraser sinkhole disaster, the road is paved and almost ready for drivers to hit the cement. We have all this and much more coming up on Shelby This Week. It's a list that's been developed through input from a variety of sources. Now Shelby Township officially has a top 10 priority list for the 2018 year.
This is really what everybody wants, and when I say everyone, the Board of Trustees had their meeting, department heads had their meeting, and of course all residents of Shelby Township were invited in, and they gave us their input. So we've got a third-party consultant who took all that information, put it together, and hence this is now what we're going to be focusing on in 2018.
One of the common themes is roads. Driving is a large part of people's day, and having new roads is important to residents. But the number one priority is the new library and senior center. Supervisor Stathakis assures residents and employees the new building will be happening because it's what's most important to the community. Here at Shelby This Week, we'll keep you up to date as these projects begin. At the Board of Trustees meeting, the conceptual plan for the police department expansion was approved. Now the plan moves on to the architect and construction companies.
But now we've got to go to a construction plan so we can put the bid out for the expansion of the police department. So we will be doing that very soon. We just approved the architect because he's going to be the one driving that. And as soon as we get that constructional plan done and the bids come in, then we can talk about a very specific date as to when we will be breaking ground. But I can tell you for sure, we will break ground sometime in spring of 2018.
The police station was built in 2012. According to Supervisor Stathakis, at that time, they always had an intention to build more on if needed.
We're the 26th safest city in America right now for a township or a municipality our size, and people expect great services for the tax dollars. And our police department and our fire department are two of the best agencies around. Now, our police department specifically are up for officers to thrive and do a great job. They need the proper equipment, tools, and resources, if that makes any sense. Well, one of them is proper police station that has enough space, meeting space, work areas. Just want to make sure that people know that any tax dollars is spent. I take this very seriously. We're not here decorating. Everything we need is a necessity.
Chief Schlide hopes to break ground on the project by spring of 2018. The goal is to have it completed by late 2018 or early 2019. Shepard Park will be gaining a new attraction in the spring. The much anticipated splash pad will be constructed and open by Memorial Day of 2018. Shelby Township Treasurer Michael Flynn has been working very closely on the project since the beginning. He says the moment the bid was final go, he was very excited.
What we thought was going to happen ended up happening when we turned down the first two prices that we got earlier in the year. One was about $300,000 and one was over $400,000. And we got the board to approve a low price the other day of $200,000. So we saved between $100,000 and $200,000. So we're real excited about that. We got the deal that we knew we would get once we got out of peak construction season.
The splash pad has also been a top 10 priority. Residents have been asking for this for a number of years. It will be firefighter themed to go along with the overall theme of the park. Businesses surrounding the Fraser sinkhole are happy to hear the construction is coming to an end. Our Nick Buckler updates us on the latest progress and when we should expect it all to conclude.
If you've driven in Macomb County at all recently, you know that there's been a lot of detours happening, and one construction project is set to conclude pretty soon that's been making headlines for upwards of a year now. The process to repair the sinkhole on 15 Mile has seemed like a never-ending one. 2 months ago, sewage was switched over to the new pipe that had been installed. Then, it was just filling the hole and paving the road. And now, the paving has begun. Crews laid the cement for eastbound 15 Mile Road last week and are taking care of westbound this week. Next for the crews will be to restore the driveways to some of the businesses along 15 Mile as they were knocked out during the paving process. County officials are still expecting a finish of the overall project by the end of the month. For Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
Playoff season is underway for high school football, and your district champions, the Eisenhower Eagles, went into this week's game strong against West Bloomfield. All eyes were on the Eagles, but unfortunately, the outcome wasn't in their favor.
Regional finals as Eisenhower takes on the West Bloomfield Lakers. Jack Morris back to pass, looking, hits a streaking Ben Metz, and he's down the sidelines. Finally pushed out at the 6. The drive culminating in this field goal attempt, which is wide right, and we're still knotted up at 0. Later on, Eisenhower driving, Caleb Oyster with some tough yards, setting up this. Massimo Di Aristotle sends it through the uprights, and Ike is up 3-0. Bryce Veasley connecting with A.J. Abbott for some nice yards for the Lakers. Bryce Veasley under pressure, rolls left, throws right into the hands of Drake Minnie, and Eisenhower takes over. Jack Morris taking advantage into the outstretched hands of Caleb Oyster, down on the 9-yard line. And Jack Morris on the keeper into the end zone for Eisenhower's first touchdown on the night. They're up 10-0. West Bloomfield would strike back. Bryce Veasley connecting with James Faulkner, muscling his way all the way down to the 1-yard line. Bryce Veasley on the quarterback sneak. Did he get in? They signal yes. And West Bloomfield is on the board. But they would miss their extra point, and Ike would be up 10-6. And Ike would strike right back. Jack Morris on a slant to John Fantazzo, and he's gone with another touchdown. Now West Bloomfield goes to work. Bryce Veasley connecting with A.J. Abbott down to the 24-yard line of Eisenhower and into the red zone. Colin Hurd with a sweep left, and the Lakers would come away with a field goal. They would be trailing at the half. Eisenhower 17, West Bloomfield 9. Beginning of the second half, Bryce Veasley would show off his arm, launching a bomb to Trey Mosley and spinning past the defender all the way for the touchdown. Then some trickery. Donovan Edwards, halfback pass to Trey Mosley for another West Bloomfield touchdown. But Eisenhower would try to claw their way back. Bryce Veasley looking deep and picked off by Massimo Di Aristotle. Jack Morris, quarterback keeper, gets the corner and he's gone. And Eisenhower goes for 2. Caleb Oyster, sweep left to bring us the score, 25-22. Later on, Jack Morris sends this one skyward into the outstretched hands of Massimo Di Aristotle. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line of West Bloomfield. Eisenhower trying to get in the end zone. Jack Morris, bootleg right. Looking for someone, but nothing's there. Runs out of bounds. Eisenhower trying to extend their lead, setting up for the field goal. But it's short, and West Bloomfield takes over. And the Lakers would go to work. Bryce Veasley connecting with Taj Mustafa. Then Bryce Veasley, Mr. Football candidate, takes matters into his own hands. Quarterback sneak into the end zone. Some problems with the snap on the extra point, and it was no good. But they were up 28-25. Eisenhower will get it with 50.8 seconds left. They would drive it to about midfield. Final play, Jack Morris trying to make something happen. Laterals it. Finally ending up in the hands of Javante Reed. And the game is over. West Bloomfield takes it. Final score, West Bloomfield Lakers 28, Eisenhower Eagles 25.
Coming up, one local business helps you work on your golf swing and you don't even have to step outside. And the holiday season is upon us and many stores are preparing for the shopping rush. We'll tell you about some of the deals that will be available on Black Friday. And an event at Packard Proving Grounds will have you feeling healthy. We have all this and much more still ahead on Shelby This Week.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
This year, your golf game doesn't have to take a break during the winter weather. One local business is making sure you continue to work on your game all throughout the year. Courtney Bennett went inside XGolf Shelby to see the unique golfing experiences they have to offer.
XGolf Shelby takes the game of golf inside, and regardless of your age, there is so much fun to be had by everyone who walks through the doors.
For XGolf, there's really nothing like this at all. It's an indoor golf simulator facility where you can play top courses from around the world, take lessons and work on your game, as well as enjoy a nice fun atmosphere with music, full bar, simple food menu.
With golf being a somewhat dangerous sport, XGolf Shelby really took the time to look closely at the safety precautions when they designed the building.
We'd spent a lot of time in the building process taking somebody like me who's 6'4", putting the driver in my hand and making sure that when I swung, there's nothing that I'm going to hit. Not going to hit the TVs, not going to hit any of the equipment around here. The simulator bay itself, though, is specially designed so that as the ball hits the screen, it will absorb the impact of that ball, as well as a specially designed floor here to minimize the amount of ricochet.
Shelby Township is the perfect home for XGolf because of the amazing location.
Really, it was a no-brainer. With where we are, proximity to Hall Road, I think our research showed that there are something in the neighborhood of 100,000 cars per day passing our location here right off of Hall Road.
Instead of taking a break this winter, you can head over to XGolf Shelby and practice your game of golf. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Courtney Bennett.
For a complete list of pricing and hours, you can visit xgolfshelby.com. Halloween is in the rear mirror, which means the holiday season is upon us. Shelby TV's Nick Buckler is out in the township finding you the best Black Friday deals to save a few bucks this year. Nick?
Well, Kelly, there's a lot of great doorbuster deals around the township no matter what you may be looking for, like at Target, for example. The Amazon Echo can be yours for just $79. The Apple Watch Series 1, well, that could also be yours for just $179. And if you're in the market for a TV, well, actually, even if you're not, you could get a 32-inch Polaroid LED TV for just $98. Well, if you don't feel like cooking on Thanksgiving, you can head over to Kohl's. They have kitchen electric starting at just $9. And while you're there, the big game is also on Thanksgiving, so why not watch it on a $59 Sharper Image Entertainment projector? And why not play your new PS4 you can pick up for just $199? And if you get that, you'll get $60 in Kohl's cash. All that you can use on that sweet projector. And now's a great time to get outdoor furniture. Kohl's is the place for you as well. You can get a Milano Sonoma outdoor furniture set for just $124. And our final stop on this Black Friday deal searcher is Meijer, your one-stop shop for, well, pretty much anything. like a Shark vacuum cleaner, for example, for just $129. And if you burn the turkey on Thanksgiving, you can heat up something different in a stainless steel microwave for just $49.99. And remember, they have 40% off all gourmet cookware this year, so that's a good deal as well. And remember, most places open at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, so if you need an excuse to skip out on family dinner, this is your opportunity. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
And speaking of shopping, don't forget, after you hit all the Black Friday sales, visit some of your hometown local stores. Small Business Saturday is November 25th. The idea was developed in 2010 to give support to those homegrown local places. The Shop Small website expresses the importance of small businesses in our community. One of the positive elements of having small businesses in the area is the value they bring and the opportunities to employ people. Don't forget to shop at your favorite small businesses in Shelby Township on November 25th. A popular Michigan event is headed to Shelby Township. Veg Bash offers opportunities for people to try and sample vegan and vegetarian food options from restaurants, caterers, and food trucks. There will also be presentations by experts on living a healthier lifestyle. Mark Ramirez changed his lifestyle a number of years ago. He'll serve as a guest speaker at the event.
Yeah, so we're really excited because the day after Thanksgiving here on 2017, right here in Shelby Township, we're going to be bringing Veg Bash to the community here. It's going to feature 5 presentations by individuals. I feel very honored to have been asked to come and be one of those 5 presenters. But we're going to have some great lectures on individuals talking about chronic illness, talking about ways to help improve your health. Veg Bash is also going to have some live music. You can take a tour of the Packard Proving Grounds there locally. We'll have a bunch of food, different vegetarian and vegan style dishes. So it's going to be a celebration of people bringing all kinds of healthier options in the way of food and health.
Veg Bash will be November 24th from 3 to 8 p.m. at the Packard Proving Grounds. Tickets can be purchased at migreenteam.com/vegbashtix. The annual holiday tree trimming at the Shelby Township Library will be on November 30th, and the Friends of the Library are looking for community members to provide baked good items for it. You can donate cookies, brownies, bread, or any kind of dessert item you think people will enjoy. The items have to be delivered to the library on that day, November 30th, at 4 p.m. You can drop them off in a container you don't mind getting rid of, but a key thing here is they cannot contain nuts of any kind. If you're interested in donating, you can call the library directly. And with the holiday season, it's time for giving, and that's just what the Macomb County Sheriff's Office is doing. They're hosting a Pajama Drive and will donate items to the Foster Closet of Michigan. They're looking to keep children clean, dry, and warm as they're welcomed into new homes. You can donate pajamas, undergarments, socks, diapers, wipes, and toiletries. Items can be dropped off at the administration office in Mount Clemens. The Sheriff's Office will be collecting from now until December 11th. Next on Shelby This Week, Utica Community Schools hosted a Lego robotics tournament. Many students came out to the competition. And a grant was given to one local elementary school, and the students were given a special presentation.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back. Students got a first-hand look into the Native American culture. Our Robert Gambrell has more from Schweitzer Elementary School.
There are 566 federally recognized Indian and Alaskan tribes in the U.S. Here at Schweitzer Elementary, it's important that their kids learn more about Native American culture.
It's wonderful to see the interest there, and to see the more that they learn about other cultures, the more accepting they'll be, and that's what we want.
Music teacher Nancy Canava created this great idea about bringing Native American culture into Schweitzer.
To impart all their knowledge, firsthand knowledge, to our students. Because I think it's more valuable sometimes than just reading it.
Native American Reg Pettibone is part of a tribe called the Full-Blood Ho-Chunk from Wisconsin and loves teaching kids about his culture.
Those are all the plants, the animals, the birds, everything that you see around us. And at a very young age, we tell them how valuable the plants, the animals, the birds, and how they take care of their little ones.
A few third graders were excited to talk to me about what they learned.
The hunting part, their dances, what their dances are about, their music, feathers, the religious.
Without your language or your land, you are not who you say you are. Schweitzer Elementary teach their kids just that, to know who they really are. I'm Robert Gambrell, Shelby This Week.
Utica Community Schools hosted a different kind of robotics tournament, and the event brought out builders from all of the elementary schools. The Saturday tournament was set up like a sporting event. However, our Kyle Warzabach shows us how it was a very different than your typical sports arena.
The First LEGO League held its annual LEGO Robotics Tournament at Henry Ford II High School, where kids from local schools look to do much more than compete in this worldwide event.
This is a great event because the kids not only build these robots that they try to complete tasks with, but they also have to do research on a presentation. This presentation this year is all around human consumption of water and recycling of it and cleaning it, and they have to find a problem, find a solution, and present it to the team. We also do something on teamwork. We put them in a room. They have to, they're going to get surprised with a challenge, and they got to work as a team to solve it. We don't care if they solve the problem, but how they work as a team. That's the goal. Teamwork, teaching them that at this age. Plus, problem solving with the robot.
Representing Shelby Township was Schweitzer Elementary's own
Tortilla Burritos H2O.
And their presentation, creating their own video game.
We designed a video game, and that was our solution because one of the biggest problems is public education. So we're letting people come play with the video game and see what it's like. There's lots of facts teaching about water. Yeah. This is a link to the game on Sploder.com. Tortilla Burritos H2O. Free to play.
They came up with the video game as a vote. They all bring ideas to the table. They thought that was their best option. They all worked together and they all did certain stages of the video game to convey their message on how to educate the younger people on the importance of water.
Mr. DeSale explains why Legos are an integral part of the tournament.
We trick the kids. They think it's about Legos. The Legos is just the media that they use. They get excited about it. But what we're teaching them is how to make decisions, how to work as a team, how to solve problems, science and technology, the STEM concept. That's what we're teaching them. They just love it because it's involving Legos. So that's why Legos is cool at this age, is the kids are excited about it because they get to build stuff with their favorite toy.
Yeah, what they don't realize is as they're doing it, they're learning how to solve complicated problems, and it's fun.
Congratulations to all of the students and future engineers who competed in this year's tournament. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzabach.
That's all for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can watch us all the time online or on Facebook. Just search ShelbyTV. And even though we've seen some snow flurries this week, it's still autumn. We'll leave you now with fall scenes from Heritage Gardens. Enjoy and thanks for watching.